Welcome YouTube, I'm Fortnite Dion and today I have a rather interesting battle here. My opponent is Darth Pyrrhus of Epirus 2. The map is Savoy Hilltop, and what we basically agreed to do here was he would play by his rules and I would play by my rules. Darth Pyrrhus is a very autistic individual. He has...
Number 7. Artillery Spammers. Artillery spammers are noobs at their lowest, often confused with campers. Artillery noobs are actually much more hopeless, because they do not understand that Total War is a video game and try making the argument that artillery was used in real life. Then again, if battles in real life ended anywhere near as fast as in Total War, Napoleon would have been better off using artillery to shoot his men behind enemy lines. Actually, why didn't he do that? That sounds like a genius idea. Or at least it sounds better than saying artillery is good in Total War.
Now, this isn't the first time I've had to deal with Darth Pyrrhus. The guy, he joins my games and he talks about, oh, you do everything wrong, you're not supposed to do this, you're supposed to do it like that, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, you have your own way of playing, I have mine. And unfortunately, mine happens to be superior to yours. I just told him like that straight up. And like, he got all mad about it, so he challenged me to this game. So here we go. No art max fight light infantry versus historical realism. So as you can see, I'm moving up to take the next position on the map. I'm moving my forces into that forest. Basically with Savoy Hilltop, what you want to do is you want to go to the very top of the map, and then you want to kind of move from, you'll see about 3 to 4 patches of forest like that, what my army is marching through right now. You basically want to move to one of those patches and then try and move to the next one. And that's exactly what I'm doing, but since Darth Pyrrhus didn't even go up there, I'm just basically free to advance. So I'm just going to advance and go north of him, and then I'm just going to gradually encircle him to the point. And once you get into that position where he's at right now, you see where he's at? I call that the death position on Savoy Hilltop. If you're in that position and you don't have any allies or any of your own men up on the very top of the hill to contest the enemy, it's basically a death spot. So I'm going to gradually encircle him here, and he isn't going to be able to do much of anything at all to counter me once that happens. Now you can see I'm being very, very methodical here. I'm not rushing anything. I'm taking my time, just gradually encircling him. Meanwhile, he's got those 2 units of artillery. He's going to try and get some shots off with it, but it's not going to do anything because my men are very well hidden. I've actually gone down and looked at the terrain and made sure my men were behind hills to where those cannonballs would just bounce off, you know? So he isn't going to do much with that artillery.
Number 3. The History Guy.
Oh my god, this kind of new. Okay, let me speak about this one. Now this is Total War, right? The game's based on history and whatnot. So we all know those guys who like to change their profile picture and their name to some famous history person, right? And you know, they're so common to the point where I see them, I just kind of get annoyed. 2 units in their army wasted. So not only is he in the death spot, but he's also with an army that is much smaller than mine. Let's go to the overview map here. I'm moving 2 more cavalry units into a patch of forest to hide them. And then I'm going to be gradually moving down with the rest of my army to close up the encirclement and make it pretty much final. He isn't going to be able to do anything whatsoever. You want to know what this is comparable to? It's just like a fucking snake wrapping itself around a rat and choking it to death. That is literally what I'm doing. I'm squeezing him to death right now. And he's trying to get out, but he isn't going to get out because he's already in a death spot. And again, he also isn't going to get out because he's using historical realism, which means he's going to walk everywhere instead of run. So he isn't going to get anywhere anytime soon. So that's really hindering him right now by a lot. So he made a move there with his cavalry. A very rash move too. He wasted that cavalry unit, and it also opened himself up for me to countercharge him right here. Going straight for that artillery. It hasn't killed a single man of mine, and those are 2 units of artillery I'm going to take out here. So that's already 1,600 credits he's going to lose minimum. That is a huge chunk of his army right there. And he's also going to miss war formation right there, so that is even more money that he's going to waste. He's going to try to run away with his artillery, but it's in vain. I'm going to catch him. I'm going to rout that artillery unit. There you go. Now it's on. He's going to commit his line infantry, but I have him far outnumbered, as you will see here, and I've got mainly guard infantry, so he's not going to stand a chance to me face to face either. So you see here, so historical realism doesn't work in this game, obviously. Now the fight is on, and check this out. Check out how fast I'm going to rout him here. This isn't a fight anymore, it's more like a massacre. That entire flank right there just got completely mopped up. You see there, I'm mopping up his center. I'm going for his other weakened flank that he pulled units from because he's got absolutely nothing but a light infantry and his general over there now. I have him completely outnumbered, completely outmatched, and completely outflanked. That is what historical realism doesn't work in this game. It doesn't work in this game at all. I mean, maybe if he had played a little better than he did and like not got into that particular position, but I doubt it. Pop goes his general. Gonna send my cavalry over to help mop up that last unit there in the center. Good game, Darth Pyrrhus, but no, you did not prove anything to me in this battle at all. Historical realism doesn't work, buddy. Learn to adapt, learn the tactics of the game, and not all of this textbook crap that you read in history. That's the only way you're gonna get good at multiplayer. Unless, of course, you're one of those guys who just wants to mess around, but that's what campaign is for. Otherwise, like, it would be probably to your advantage to learn the actual tactics of the game if you're going to play multiplayer.